up. I'll assure you, in the field houses I was in, many years of playing football, there was none of that going on. Zero. And the coaches were never in there. They didn't even go in that area. They didn't even go in the showers. People taking showers went in the showers. And then I was always getting griped at, too, because I would just go get my parents to pick me up or go home with friends or a lot of times, or get on the school bus just absolutely dripping with sweat, stinking like a dead hog. And they'd be like, Jones, you need to take a shower. Because I wanted to go home and take a shower. I did not like it. Now, he's just saying now, oh, he horseplayed. That's what they saw. He was just grabbing on the little boys. Guilty as sin. What a disgusting defense. His house is right behind an elementary school playground, right there where you can look over the fence. His autobiography is called Touched. The prosecutor who was investigating this is believed dead and gone for 6 years. The sports reporter for the local paper that broke the story says there's more, and the reports are they were bringing donors in, of course. If you're raping people in the shower, folks, fondling kids, whatever, and then the school covers it up, you better believe it's well known. He founded this charity, remember that, for disadvantaged youth who no one's going to believe. They've got problems. Don't believe them. Continuing, here's another one. Sandusky lawyer impregnated a teen. That's right, and then married her. Everyone thought he was just her lawyer, basically getting her declared an adult, but it turned out she was already pregnant with his child. Interesting, just interesting. Just friends helping each other out a little bit there on that front. And then I bring you this article out of WFAA out of Dallas. Also have the Dallas Morning News here and CBS TV. I bring you this. I heard a local talk show host talking about how great it was this morning that two Occupy Wall Street people, a man and a woman who are homeless because of the economy, had a 9-month-old baby, and they've taken the baby, and now they're trying to get the baby to family or to friends, and the judge says CPS has to come investigate family or friends before this could happen. And the host was basically implying that wasn't even good, and the state should just take the child. Really, the child is light years safer living on the street. I'd actually grow up to be a strong child. Many of our forebears grew up as homeless children, like Andrew Jackson. Homeless by the time he was 12. Family killed by the Redcoats. Living in the woods. Made him the man he was later. The point is, they were taking care of the child. They were trying to save their money to get back into a place. As the economy implodes, are they going to take your children when it happens? And I just want to tell those talk show hosts, I dare not try to call in because the screener will recognize my voice, that the CPS is 17 times more likely to abuse children than anyone else. Pull up the government's own numbers. 5 times more likely to physically abuse them, beat them. Now, you go pull those numbers up. We've written articles about it just last week. And remember that. You get up there all proudly. Yeah, just take their kids. They're scum. Oh, yeah? And give them to a bunch of piranhas. Oh, in that tank, half the CPS may not be piranhas, but the other half are.
We're on the march. The Empire.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back live. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got the head of the Libertarian Party, the chairman, joining us to get his view on election 2012 and the sorry excuse for candidates the Republicans and Democrats are putting forward, with the exception of Ron Paul and Gary Johnson. Then we will also have Webster Tarpley on, and then some phone calls towards the end of the final hour, perhaps even before that. Let me just give you a smattering of some of the news I've got here, because I got stuck on the disgusting Sandusky spiderweb behavior that's going on. Eurozone breakup, still a worst-case scenario. That's being reported by CNBC. They say, give us total power by the mega banks to set up an undemocratic dictatorship, a technocracy, their words, not mine, and that will fix things. Tyranny is the answer, and Newsweek says the Constitution is the problem. Remember that a few months ago? And I actually hear people going, the Constitution did this. Capitalism failed. Freedom failed. No, we threw that out the door, and then everything degenerated. But some of the public are just so willfully ignorant, so incredibly dumb. I mean, once you get into the real world, get into geopolitics, get into finance, get into economics, get into history, it is addicting. And the more you know, the less that you do know. But compared to people that think they know it all, oh my gosh, these aren't even children. I talk to insurance company executives. I talk to scientists. I talk to lawyers. And most of them know nothing because they specialize in one area. They want to get out of work. They want to hit the golf course. They want to hit the liquor. They want to get home and play video games or watch Sports Center. They are not even living. They are just cogs in a machine. Not me and not my house. Never. Never, never, never. The animating contest of liberty is mine. I will have it. I will have the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I want to know the secrets of the universe. I want the species to survive. I'll never know the secrets, but my progeny, if we survive, will. If it takes 1,000 generations, we will transcend the globalist scum. We will transcend the New World Order. So we got that report. China state media slams Obama over currency remarks, where Obama said they should raise the value of their currency so that U.S. exports can be helped. It's like trying to plug holes in the sinking Titanic. Also, falling house prices trap first-time homeowners. Well, that was the whole setup. That was the whole plan. So depression by design. All right, let me just mention some of the other news coming up here. DOJ wants to criminalize uploading YouTube videos. I'm not kidding. Even CNET, or CBS's online system, Declan McCullough is reporting that. Racketeering charges for violating websites' terms of service, all under administrative law. Incredible. Continuing, FDA allows controversial meat and produce to be blasted with radioactive nuclear waste. That's right. Treated with virus cocktails. They spray them with live viruses. Can't make that stuff up. Obamacare. Again, moving forward, they think the Supreme Court may actually approve it. Then we have this report. Ground-to-air missiles could be deployed at London Olympics. Oh, all part of the fear-mongering to make you think the planes are all going to be hijacked when that whole thing was staged. And then meanwhile, real al-Qaeda was given control of Libya and given 2,000 high-tech shoulder-fired surface-to-air missiles and at least 8,000 other low-tech ones themselves that could shoot down aircraft. The low-tech, they got to sit a mile from the airport where planes are at 4,000 feet, blow them out of the air. It's just a targeting system. It's basically point and shoot, and you just hope that you aim right. But 2,000 that will lock in on the engine heat signature up to 10,000 feet in the air with dead-on precision, 15,000 feet with the type of missile they got with moderate precision. And so they just flip it on, aim it, target light starts beeping that it's acquired the heat signature, and bye-bye 777, bye-bye 747 stretch, bye-bye. But that's not an issue. See, real threats, they never hype. Because it's great. If stuff gets blown up, they'll just take more of your rights. TSA will just set up more checkpoints on the highway randomly. Let's just randomly set them up here and see if we catch a jihadi with a missile. But wait, you gave them the missiles. Shut up, you hate America. Really, you're the ones destroying America. You're the big mega banks. Shut up, traitor. Oh, boy. So we've got that. And then listen to this little giblet. No, this isn't Infowars.com. This isn't Prisonplanet.com. I want to show folks a document cam of this. Secret farm bill primed for passage in debt deal. All the major spending bills, which are basically almost every bill in Congress, any bill that matters is connected to spending. They don't come out of the House now. It comes out of the Senate and House, 6 members of each. That violates the Constitution. Spending bills are to come from individual House members and go through the committee process for full vetting, and it's supposed to come out of the House of Representatives. But now it comes out of the Senate. Remember Pelosi this year trying to do spending bills, and the year before last? They were trying to bring... Pelosi was even defending bills brought out of the Senate by Harry Reid to the House for spending that originated there. Totally unconstitutional. Well, now they're just coming out and saying, yeah, the super committee, it will decide everything, and the rest of the House, they don't get to vote on it. They can vote it up or down once the super committee's written the bill and approved it. You don't need other committees or anything anymore, or even bill readings, and then it will just be passed on from that point to the House and Senate, and if they don't vote it up or down in a vote, then it goes back to the super committee, and whatever they want is done. This is dictatorship of this committee of 13, because the president's the 13th member. I'm going to get into that coming up as well. This super committee is just so incredible. Now, continuing here, I want to speak now directly to Jesse Ventura and David Icke. And sure, I can call both men up on the phone and talk to them, but I want to basically talk to both of them here at one time and give them my 2 cents, and they can listen to it or they can ignore it. But David Icke put out a report yesterday that I didn't see till last night, and it's caused quite a fracas. Jesse Ventura, Pet Detective, a must-read. And it's up at davidicke.com. And so here's my message to both of them. David, you know that they interviewed you for the first season of Conspiracy Theory on Secret Societies. It was the first time there was ever a national TV show that was anti-Skull and Bones, Bohemian Grove, Illuminati. And you were interviewed and presented as an expert with gravitas. You were treated with respect. That piece is public. I'm sure you've seen it. So let me just bring that in as evidence, number one. Number two, you are both good people that I know, and even if I disagree with some of what both of you believe, it doesn't mean that we're enemies. It doesn't mean that we can't all have our views. Many of David Icke's views, he's insightful, he's charismatic, he's very intelligent. A lot of what he's talked about has come true. He talks about some really wild stuff, but truth is stranger than fiction. I'm not saying I'm sold on some of it, but a lot of what he covers is mirrored in religions of the world and history. He just has a different interpretation of it, and it's a lot less wacky than what some other religions push. So my question is, why do people get so upset about what David Icke covers? Okay? Now, on the subject of Ventura, people are asking, well, Alex, what are you talking about? And I've been embroiled in this. I've been mentioned in this several times, and so I'm going to cover it here briefly, and then go to our Jim Rogers interview, at least parts of it ahead of our guest joining us. The interview I did last night that we're premiering here on the radio today, and also we'll stream it at prisonplanet.tv. There aren't many people in the world that are prominent, who will cover hard subjects and who will delve into things with an open mind. There aren't many people who have large followings that are well-known and who can reach a giant audience anytime they want. Jesse Ventura can do it. I can do it. David Icke can do it. Who else is there at that level? And I was responsible partially for waking Ventura up 6 years ago and giving him information and material. His son Tyrell had already primed the pump. But I was instrumental in bringing Ventura completely over to a full awakening to the fact that this is a big lie. Doesn't mean Ventura has all the answers, or I do, or Icke does. And I know that he is a good guy who's waking up and learning a lot and has a really good chance to even wake up more and reach tens of millions of people. And so we can't have David Icke and Jesse Ventura fighting with each other because of a comedy of errors. And that's my message, and then I'm just going to finish up briefly here to Jesse Ventura and to David Icke. This is a comedy of errors. I have been on probably 15 shoots